Aloha, all Paper Mario Guy here, and welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario for the N64. You may be wondering what we're doing in Flower Fields, and I actually made a mistake. I got a certain badge on my practice file, so a little blunder. But basically, come to Flower Fields, hit the middle tree first, then the right tree, and then go over to the left tree. And you will find the very last badge that you can get outside of Bowser's Castle, which is a Happy Flower badge. So now if you were to go back to Mario's house, you would have 79 out of 80 badges, and that's grand. So I just wanted to show that. I think I might have shown it on screen before, I'm not 100% sure. But either way, I've shown it now, so just, you know, a precautionary test. Because I know that I got it on my practice file, but I didn't know if I was recording on my practice file on accident or something. But anyway, this is probably going to be one of the last recording sessions, probably the last, if not the second to last recording session that I'm actually going to be doing for this game, because in this episode, we're going to be heading to Shooting Star Summit to meet up with the Star Spirits in Star Haven for the final area of the game. So before we actually get into things, I just want to go through my bad setup real quick and get rid of Bump Attack and Speedy Spin, because we're not going to really need those. So we actually have, right now we have 2 Power Pluses, 2 Damage Dodges, and a Defend Plus, which is awesome. Pretty good setup, if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. And then, of course, we're going to put on our Last Stand and our Power Brush badges, because those are always useful. And then normally we would use Zap Tap, and I do believe that Zap Tap is a great badge. But going into Bowser's Castle, it's not exactly the greatest badge to use. A lot of your enemies are not going to really be direct physical attackers, and none of them really do any sort of real attacks that are comboed, so I wouldn't really worry about that. And we're not going to put on Mega Rush or anything. So probably what we're going to put on, just for the time being, is we're going to put on Dodge Master, so that coincides with our damage dodges. It allows you to make the action command work more frequently, and although I normally don't have a problem, it's not a half bad thing to you know, have on. And I guess the other thing that we could use is, we could use Refund, sure, and for shits and giggles, let's put on Mega Rush. That sounds good. Alright, you know what, we'll put it in Close Call. So, our bad setup is as follows: Dodge Master, Power Plus twice, Damage Dodge twice, Defend Plus, Last Stand, and Power Rush, as well as Refund and Close Call. Another thing that I did, took the liberty of doing off screen is, if you check my, my items, you can see that I am stockpiled on, Ultra Shrooms. And there's actually a shop in Star Haven where I'm going to be depositing my, or not Ultra Shrooms, Whack-A-Bumps. I'm going to be depositing my Ultra Shroom because I have the Whack-A-Bumps, I no longer need those. But we're getting close to the summit, so let's see what happens. Mario, can you hear me? I'm going to open the entrance to Star Way. Enter this path without fear. The Star Way continues all the way up here to Star Haven. We 7 Star Spirits will be waiting for you here. We wish to give you our remaining power. With this power, you will be able to stand up to the Star Rod Bowser holds. We anxiously await you. Mario, make haste to Star Haven. So this is pretty cool. And for the N64, I think that's a pretty cool little graphic thing that they have going on here. Pretty nice looking. Although I don't know what this is. This is a really weird looking. But here we go in the peaceful, you know, Star Haven, you know, the heavens. And it's quite serene. But up in here, we actually have enemies that we have to fight. So we're gonna have to fight them. These are called Embers. They're not like you know, such a big threat, but you can't really use what's his face? What's her face? Watt. And they're going to attack your partner, which is not good. And they're also fire-based. You know, they're an ember, so you know, obviously they're going to be fire-based. So you might want to try to take them out as quickly as you possibly can. I'm going to use Starstorm. That should take out the middle one, and then, you know, considerably weaken the other two. Because we're only going about this by, you know, ourselves with Mario. I found it odd that they decided to put, you know, these enemies in, 2-star way, or, you know, the star path, or, I can't think of it. They just said it, and I already forgot the name of it. I don't know, it strikes me as odd, because I figured that the only people who would be able to access this path would be, you know, the stars themselves, and, you know, I guess maybe these embers are supposed to be, like, guardians of this path, and to get out people who aren't really, you know, all that strong, or who are trying to invade. I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna dodge them because I showed them off. But they're not difficult to beat, and you shouldn't have a problem with them, and, you know, now we're going to be entering into Star Haven. So Star Haven has some of the most peaceful music in the game. I really like the sereneness of everything, and, you know, honestly, like, this is kind of like paradise. You know, this is really kind of like a heavenly area. And I mean, you know, normally you would think of, like, you know, white clouds and, you know, whatever makes you happy, but, like, I mean, this doesn't necessarily make me happy, and this isn't exactly what, you know, I dream of, but this is so peaceful and so absolutely tranquil that, like, if heaven, like, existed, this would be what I would want it to look like. But anyway, let's go into the Star Haven shop, and we are going to check our Ultra Shroom out. You know, it may seem odd to some of you guys. And then we're actually going to walk over here, and we're going to buy another Life Shroom. Life Shrooms are pretty good items that you might want to buy while you are going into Bowser's Castle. And if you're going to buy them from anywhere, you could buy them from the Boo Shop, but they're so much cheaper in this area that I would definitely recommend getting them in here. But here we are in Star Haven Sanctuary with a really kind of, like, evil fanfare to introduce it. But we have a nice little remix of the Star Spirit theme. Mario, you finally made it. The time has come to take the fight to Bowser's turf. Now hold still while we seven join together to bestow upon you our final power. Mario can now use the Star Beam. If you use this power, you can drain the power of the Star Rod whenever Bowser uses it. Ah yes, and one more thing. I have one final gift which should come in handy. This is the legendary starship of Star Haven. Bowser is keeping his castle way up in the sky. With this ship, however, you can reach it. Climb aboard, onto Bowser's castle. We will always be with you. Whenever you are in need, use our powers to help you. I don't know why powers is capitalized, but let's hop into this legendary starship, and we've basically done everything that we need to do down in the city of Toad Town, so we are ready to take off. There's no going back now. Straight to the final part of the game. The end of the game is here. Look! A shooting star! Princess, come back! Princess, come back! Princess, come back! I want to see the princess! I want to see the princess! I want to see the princess! I want to eat shroom cake! Oh, Toad. Little T. It's probably Little T. So I guess they thought that was a shooting star, which I guess, you know, at the speeds it looked like we were traveling, very well could be. And, oh wait. A star-powered showdown! Chapter 8, the final chapter of the game. I don't understand why Mario didn't just fly up to Peach's castle. I don't know why he decided to go through Bowser's castle. Seems pretty dumb, but whatever. But we now have made our way into Bowser's castle, which has an excellent theme that we'll be hearing throughout not majority, I'm pretty sure the entire castle. And this is a massive place. There is no shortage of things to do and see in Bowser's castle, and they really test you in this particular area. This isn't exactly, you know, a place that you should just nilly-willy walk into. Definitely come prepared with some heavy equipment and, you know, the right badge setup, because a lot of these people are enemies that we have seen before. But, you know, when we last saw a Koopa Troll, the Koopa Troll was actually in the Shy Guy's toy box and was actually like a really strong enemy for its, you know, period of time. Now it's the standard enemy. It's what you should be expecting, you know, to see. You know, these guys and Hammer Bros and the whole lot of those type of enemies that we've, you know, been seeing in Princess Peach's cutscenes. They're all going to show up now, and they're all quite dangerous. So make sure you're prepared. That's what I would say. But this guy is immediately going to drop a key, which is pretty nice. And oh no! All these toads are all locked up. That's a damn shame. We're gonna have to save them. That's gonna be one of our priorities. I mean, saving the princess is definitely going to be up there, but, you know, we want to get our little buddies out. The reason I have Bombette out, I'm actually going to switch to Watt for the time being. Bombette and Watt are definitely the two partners I would recommend here. I'm not sure about you guys and how you guys enjoy playing the game, but one of the things is that it may not seem apparent because, you know, I tell you guys what my bad setup is, and then it kind of fades into your, you know, brain. But with the bad setup that I have, I'm doing only 5 damage with my normal hammer attack. If I didn't have 2 power pluses, I would be doing 3. And I believe these Koopa Trolls have like 8 or 9 HP. I mean, they have no more than 10, but they definitely have like, I think like 8 or 9. So if you weren't doing the amount of damage I'm doing with my hammer, it might be a smart idea to actually come in here with Watt or Bombette, because they are the 2 biggest damage dealers. But we are going to use Starstorm. The reason I'm kind of nilly-willy going to be using my star abilities and not worrying about my health is because I am kind of close to a level up. And you'll experience like 2 or 3 level ups in Bowser's Castle alone, if not more, depending on how under or over leveled you are. So that's something to think about. But I think after this battle, we're gonna, you know, we're obviously going to make a little bit more progress, and I'm going to find a good place to stop. And in the next episode, we'll really start delving into the heart of Bowser's Castle, and I can start to kind of get into some, you know, different things about the castle that you might want to know. And then, of course, you know, got to interject some sort of, you know, color commentary in there and tell you how I like it and, you know, where it would place and all that jazz. So, we're gonna see if we can skip these Koopa Trolls. Actually, you know what? You know, oh, come on. I keep on getting hit with, like, every first strike imaginable. I think we will actually, we'll fight these 2 Koopa Trolls, and then we'll end the video here, because I should get a level up, and once I get the level up, that's a good place to stop. That's definitely a good place to stop, because, we can kind of start anew in the next episode. But Koopa Trolls are, you know, your normal enemies, and you're gonna be facing a lot of tough people in here. I'm sure a lot of you guys are excited to see how I do against the anti-guy fight, which is, you know, probably probably the most infamous fight in any Mario RPG. At least I think so, because of how, you know, tough it is to most people. But I will be doing that, and it should be fun. And you'll see, you know, how I fare against there. So I will be doing that. And there's not too much hidden stuff in here, but I'll try to show you a decent amount of hidden stuff that's, you know, littered throughout Bowser's Castle. And we're going to go for HP, to screw FP right now. And there's going to be a whole lot of fun stuff that we're going to be doing in the next episode of Bowser's Castle. So, I'm Paper Mario Guy of the KoopaNinjaBros. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And we're in the final stretch, guys. So, not too much left to do. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode.